Have you ever been stuck with this question, am I a leader? Maybe once, maybe many a times. There's a time when you have a fancy title but nobody listens. You work really hard but nobody respects your decisions. You bring in a lot of data to the table but nobody cares for your opinions. At that point, there is a nagging feeling in your mind that questions your ability. That's when you have a lot of self-doubt. If you are faced with this situation, there are 3 good news for you. 1. You are not alone. 2. You have just started your leadership journey. And 3. You have hit your leadership puberty. A boy or girl, when they mature, they become a man or a woman. There are both physical and mental changes over the whole journey. Similarly, in leadership, you start at the immature stage and eventually become more mature. That's what we call the leadership puberty. Leadership is a journey, but unlike other journeys, you don't have a destination. If you don't have a destination, how do you know where you are, or are you making any progress? That's where a map comes in. So here, we'll use John Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership as a map to navigate. The first level is position. At level 1, you got a fancy title, which means you got the rights to command people. And the only reason they follow you is just because they have to. And they will do as much as required. 80% of the time, people stand at this level. They don't even know the other levels exist. If you watch the movie Kung Fu Panda, this is the point or level at which Master Oogway comes and points at Kung Fu Panda or Po and says, "You are the dragon warrior." This is the level of leadership puberty. You are in self-doubt, you acknowledge that you have hit your leadership puberty, and then step back. People are looking around for answers, from you especially. So step back a little bit, think a little bit, and then change your approach to move to the next level. That's level 2. So you stop commanding and you start listening. You stop judging and you start observing. You stop assuming and you start learning. And at this point, you reach to level 2, which is permission. At this stage, you are at a relationship level. People follow because they want to. They give you the permission to lead. And you got this privilege suddenly because you created a connection. You touch their heart before you ask for a hand. And if you have watched the movie Kung Fu Panda, the famous 5 are at this level. They listen, they observe, and they keep on learning. You got the permission to lead. From there, you start building your credibility. You deliver what you have promised. You manage a lot of chaos. You handle conflicts. You produce results. At this stage, you have reached level 3, production. You don't say, you do this, you will do that. Instead, you will say, you have done this, you have done that. You don't build a reputation on what you are going to do. You are going to build a reputation on what you have accomplished. In the movie Kung Fu Panda, Po goes and defeats Tai Lung. And once it does that, all the villagers, including the famous 5, bow before him and call him the master. What do masters do? They create leaders. They give you opportunities and they also show you direction. They help you play strengths and they show you blind spots. At this point, you have reached level 4, people development. You are a coach. You produce leaders. Master Shifu in the movie Kung Fu Panda operates at this level. He creates leaders like Po and the famous 5. As a coach, you watch and improve a lot of lives. You gain a lot of respect. At this point, you have reached level 5, pinnacle. This level, you are operating by your respect that you have gained, and people see you as bigger than their lives. Master Oogway in the movie Kung Fu Panda stands at this level. Recap. From an individual contributor, you cannot just go and manage 1,000 people, at least not overnight. It's a journey. You start with leadership puberty, and then you evaluate yourself at what level you are operating, and then keep putting your goals to reach to the next level. At what level are you operating right now, and where do you want to go?